this is Zaha here, showing you some little tips for first dwarf. Now, with this game, you're going to want to build your base, like a lot of survival open world games. And here is your mana buildings, your mana wells. Now, when you make your mana well, you're going to need to make your pipelines. Pipelines can move 3 positions, or 3 of these squares away from its start point. Afterwards, it'll just show a little point icon, but it won't be connected to anything. So if you want to connect it to anything, it goes up to 3 points and then keeps on moving. As you see, I've done a lot of pipes around here. My suggestion is that you don't want to connect the pipes from one building to the next building, because if a building is destroyed, that pipe will disconnect from that, and if you're using different buildings to connect to each other, once that one building is destroyed, the whole connections for the rest of the buildings in that line will be disconnected. So it's best to make a line of pipes on their own to the mana wells, and then from the separate connections, then you connect to your buildings, like you see here. Enemy monsters don't generally attack your pipes unless that's the only thing in the area for them to attack. Also, when you're connecting mana wells, you want to you can connect multiple mana wells together to increase how much power your settlement has, and you can actually stretch these pipelines as far as you need. So if your pipes or your next mana well is, say, all the way out over here, you can connect to a mana well over here and pipeline it all the way back to your base. Since this is the tutorial island, there's not a lot of mana wells, so you're not going to be able to put up a lot of defenses. There are a number of little items that you can find all around this tutorial, including pieces for a better hammer weapon to fight enemies, but you can't use your hammer to cut down resources. You have to use your axes. As you see, enemies here. If you decide to, you want to keep getting experience, you can leave some of these spawn points open. That way you can keep on fighting enemies to get as much experience as possible. I do suggest that if your base is really well set up and defended against the area where these monsters will be popping up, fighting, swinging your axe and fighting is based on your stamina bar, the yellow bar. Your blue bar is your mana, which is used for jumping higher and gliding down. And your green bar is obviously your health. If you need to repair your mech, you just hop out of your mech by selecting your dwarf icon, hold down the repair button. I'm using keyboard and mouse, so I'm using the F button, hold down for repairs. Once you're done repairs, hit control, hop back in, run around and beat up more enemies. Now you'll see there is another mana well right here. This one's going to be kind of obnoxious, but I will show you how you can connect this one to your base. As you can see, only 3 away. Keep on going. Some of these points will not connect directly. every single block next to each other, especially going up and down hills. For whatever reason, it's not my game. I'm just telling you how it works. As you can see, this is working now, but you can't see unless you are looking at the color of the nodes. You see they're blue. If the node shows red, then it means it's unpowered and not connected. You'll have to keep on moving it and connect closer than 3 points away. Just keep on moving, keep on connecting. Enemies will run right past this and go towards your base. As you can see, there's a hill point, so it's not exactly showing that it's connecting. Connect here, go back down the hill, keep on moving. I'm actually going through and not actually connecting to the gate. And now you've got the top mana well connected to all the other mana wells, and you can now increase how many buildings you can build on this base. Most all of your buildings are connected to the mana wells. The only ones that I know for sure that don't connect or don't need to be connected are landing points for your airship. Once you get your airship built and up and running, you can come on over here to your research center. You've got this top left icon on each of these research areas. You can upgrade it as long as you've got the right materials. Hold down, and now it's upgrading. Now enemies are going to start attacking my base because whenever you start upgrading your research facility, it will cause more enemies to want to come and attack. These different research groups, the Shipmakers Guild, the Scholars Guild, and the Hunters Guild, are 3 different islands. You can only get to these once you've established a colony and had the dwarves land on your colony at those islands. It'll take a little bit of time. You'll have to deal with some enemies real quick. I'm actually going to put in another defensive tower. done. I can now build community huts, alchemy station add-on, and mech battle arms for increasing how hard my mech will attack. I've only got two technology points up here though, so I could only select two of these items. Or I could build up more resources and I would be able to increase the research center on this island. That would give me improved mana tanks so I could jump for longer and better. Basic mech repair kits and a better axe for cutting down trees and gathering more stone and metal. I will make a new video for you here soon to show you more tips and tricks, and I hope you enjoyed.